So we're in 2005 now. So I don't know how involved you were in this because it's a lot of shit was going on in 2005 and G-Unit and stuff. Yeah, Game dropped the album. Fallout happens with that. 50's going not really back and forth, and 50's kind of ignoring them. Game's kind of going on this tangent, 300 bars, G-Unot, all that stuff. Then
we had
the massacre. Yeah, go ahead.
We had a run-in with some of Game's people in Arizona. I was not even managed to. We doing the shows, and some Mexicans came to the show. When Monster and a couple of the Hyenas noticed them while we was on stage. They had the G-Unot shirts on, and that's when Monster they left off stage. Went out there and whooped them niggas up out them shirts, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Shirts, bro.
Yeah.
And came right back on stage and was doing security like ain't shit happened.
Monster,
shout out to Monster.
Yeah, man. He's a beast, though. Yeah. So that was January 2005. Dropped the album. Fallout. March. Massacre drops.
That's a Game too, man. That's my guy, man. I was around when Ganymede cut you off, Quake.
Very good.
But when Game first came, you know what I'm saying? I remember meeting him in the van. He had his laptop in his bag. Game was always doing his own thing. He always wanted to have his own situation set up, so he could control his situation. That's all.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So after the Massacre drops, obviously 50s has this crazy tangent run, 1.1 million, 4 days. Yeah. And has a movie come out, Get Rich or Die Trying the movie. Soundtrack comes out, does crazy numbers as well. This is where I, as like a fan from the outside, I'm seeing G-Unit start to slowly crumble, and I'm thinking, what is going on? Because we don't know the behind the scenes now. As 2025, you know a lot more what's going on. But I have my kind of theory. We talked about this off camera a little bit of what I feel happened at that point. I think Sha Money, the relationship kind of started to dwindle with 50 and Sha. And Sha, to me, I viewed him as like peanut butter and jelly. 50's peanut butter, he's jelly, because he was bringing in the beats, he was bringing in the sound, he was making sure the projects were getting released. And after like the fallout happened with their projects started slowing down, projects weren't getting released, and it was a whole different thing. And then you got 50 going against Jimmy Iovine with Interscope, which is the CEO of Interscope, and that's never gonna work. Drake right now is going against UMG, and that's a whole different thing that's going on, which is crazy. And then you got the Game situation. So at what point did you feel like, okay, G-Unit isn't what G-Unit in its prime, was? Where did you feel like, okay, things are kind of with Buck in relationship with you and Buck? At what point did you feel like Sha was, because Sha and Buck were close, like late 2006, 2007. They were the ones that were sticking with each other, and then 50 was kind of on his own side, doing his own thing with Banks and Yayo. At least that's what Sha's told.
Buck's told.
I think that Buck chose a side, with Sha and Fifth. I think Fifth and Sha was having a situation at the time, and Sha wanted to pull Buck in, and still work with Buck. And I don't know, I think Buck and Fifth was kind of having I never understood what happened with Buck and Fifth, you know what I'm saying? But I do remember being on the tour bus with Buck, and he just wanted Fifth to promote his second album like he promoted the first album.
Yeah, Buck the World.
He was kind of impatient, then he was building his name, so Young Buck was getting bigger, he was selling albums, and I think he just kind of jumped the gun too fast. Like, man, I'm Buck, you know what I'm saying? Do this right now. Like, they asking for me, they loving me right now, so like, promote my shit right now. And Phil was like, this shit going formula, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We
We all together, but just because your record is selling don't mean it still got to go. It's a sequence to this shit.
Yeah.
So I think he just got a little impatient, and I remember him on the road like, we don't need Fifth. And the first time I heard him say that on the tour bus, I was like, what the fuck, where'd that come from? And he said it, look, tell you, we platinum, bro. We know we're platinum. Buck the world finna whoop whoop. It's selling. It's doing good. And I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't say nothing because he gonna do what he want to do with time. Buck do what he want to do anyway. And when we went to Detroit, we did that show. He came out and said, "Fuck G-Unot, I am G-Unot." Some shit that he had said, and they got back to Fifth. And then after that, it was like Fifth, like, "Oh yeah, well let me see you do it by yourself, dude." You know what I'm saying? They forgot they forgot where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Even the situation with the clothes. Well, they didn't want to wear G-Unit clothes no more. You know what I'm saying? But Fifth was paying them niggas to wear G-Unit clothes. But they wanted to wear Versace and Gucci.
I would be wearing that shit. I'll be sleeping.
Yo, and Fifth like, yo, what the fuck? We come out of the dressing room, shit. I had G-Unit shit on, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing everybody else is doing what they're supposed to do. Only person, the people that ain't in G-Unit is the artist.
That's crazy.
So Fifth looking around the room like, what's wrong with this picture? And then he's telling them, you got on. And they'll be like, yeah, well, you right. But still, they was making money and doing their thing at the time. So, you know, they want to wear what they want to wear.
That's crazy. You're getting paid $250,000. Like, you could have gave that to a football player, basketball player.
Man, Fifth, I will say this. This is what people don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Fifth ain't picking on Buck.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Buck was one of his favorites. Can't say favorites, but you got to say favorite because Fifth ain't no friendly ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can't butter him up and be his friend. You know what I'm saying? He got to say, I like you and fuck with you like that. And that's what he did. He took Buck in. He liked it. His charisma, everything about him, his delivery, talent. So he kind of gave Buck a lot of leverage, more leverage than he gave Yayo at Banks.
If you want to see this full interview without having to wait, you can join our YouTube memberships program for just $8 a month. You get the full interview, behind the scenes footage, and no ads. If you want more, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/diverse mentality. And for $10 a month, you can not only get these full interviews immediately, but also get uncut and ad-free documentaries as well. The link is in the description for both.